I'm up here.
Everybody sit down.
Greetings, Colonel.
I said sit down! Now, you know how I don't like to use the sit-down gun, but this morning we just don't have time for mucking about. Major Allied cities have come under attack
Nazis?
Close your mouth.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're back. Technical difficulties abound. It decided it needed a new stream key randomly, all of a sudden, out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't having it. So, we're back. We're here. We're gonna draw some Godzilla. How you doing, Mark? What's going on? I see Michael Rushbrook and A1, K-pop, Noah. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? How you living? You know? We got emo trash in here. Hey, everybody. How's it going? You know, we're back. I think this might be the first official stream on my channel in the new year. You know? At this hour? Who can say? But yeah. We are going to do a Shin Godzilla on this full majestic Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Let's jump into it. Let's go. Woo. You know? How's everybody doing tonight? I see we got a full majestic house, a crowd who's decided to come in, see what's going on. Yeah, Justice for Godzilla. Hey, what's going on, Shelby? So yeah, we're gonna jump into it. You know, what do we grab first here? Yeah, no, we'll just go for it. You know what I'm saying? Soon to be morning. Damn. All right. It's nostrils. Get all this bumpy goodness. I went pretty loose with this, and so yeah, I'm just gonna kind of fill stuff in as I go. You know, and I have my reference at hand. I've got a beautiful young Shin Godzilla ready and waiting to be looked at. So yeah, you know, important to have, yeah, your reference at hand. You know, important to kind of get in there, know what you're gonna do. My thing with a lot of this stuff, though, is like, you know, it's like, what's the idea? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? You know? Oh, I'm saying. Get in here and get all these teeth. Listen, you have to know what you're going to do when you get in there. Oh, I wish I lightboxed it. No, it's that would be very hard to lightbox this. You know what I'm saying? Not possible, but it would be very awkward and hard to do anything like that. It's not AI, that's for sure. Weird funky teeth he's got. He's got these little, see, he's got these little bitties, right? Got weird funky. Where's this camera at? Oh yeah, my light's over, my camera's overhead. Anyway, he's got little funky teeth, you know. They're all jutty and weird. and kind of like ill-grown. That's what I like about him. I like that he's kind of funky. It's torn up. Yeah. Listen, A, light boxing, and B, AI would make everything like easier, right? That would be like, oh look, I just AI'd a Godzilla, and now I'm gonna light box it. Be tight. But unfortunately, and or fortunately for me and or you, I had to sit here and go, how do I use this space? You know, am I going to do like a zoom in? Am I going to like zoom out? You know, like whatever. And I was like, I want to do like a kind of a headshot. He's gnarly looking, right? And so I'm like, let's kind of get in there, get some of this toothy, weird funk going. And like that's the thing, like I always think of this stuff like super loose but clean. Like I don't like I don't usually like, I guess the best way to put it is like I'm not putting in lines to put lines in, right? Like I'm always kind of like, what's the simplest, cleanest way to get across Godzilla? That's what I lay in. I don't want to like waste a ton of time if I don't have to. And I'll go heavier around stuff. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see as it goes, you know? These teeth. Yep. So what did you think, Noah? Like now that you've marinated a bit on that review of your book last night, how did you feel about it? You know, how's it sitting with you today, right? Like how's that taste? You know? Probably go around that with an outline. You're angry at the world. I thought the advice. Listen, hey Bobby, what's going on? What's going on, Bobby? Good sir. I thought the advice was good. Do you know what I mean? Like I personally, as the guy giving the advice and the feedback, you know, I was like, hey, this is good advice. This is the kind of advice that this is the kind of advice that I wish someone would have given a young me. Do you know what I mean? Damn, what's going on? What's going on in here? But yeah, like that's the kind of thing, right? Like, and I get it. I get that, like, you know, you have your own ideas where, you know, you want the stuff to go. Or where you think it's going, but like as the reader, you know, they don't know what you know. Kind of thing. Right. It was interesting to you. What I found most problematic, it was often pages or spots I was stuck on. Yeah, well, like that's the thing, right? Like with a lot of that stuff, like when I was like reading it, like the thing that the thing that stood out to me, like reading your book, is that like I said in the thing, like it was like that you're racing towards like the plot points. And so instead of there being like an ebb and flow, like an up and down, you know, where the ship is rocking and then it goes up and then it goes down and splashes into the water. It was just like beat, 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 and there was no time for things to like settle and then to build back up again, right? And so yeah, there was definitely like points in it where, you know, you're definitely like just racing to the finish line. Do do do. Peace. Frickin'. Yeah, well, I mean, like that's the thing, right? Like, I could follow it, right? But like, things would have like been far more enjoyable and impactful, you know, like if they got a chance to breathe, right? Like if they weren't just like instantly just like boom, oh my god, everyone's dead. Oh, okay, let's go to the next thing. Oh my god, everyone's dead. Let's go to the next thing. You know, that kind of that vibe. You know? Hey Scamps, what's going on? Noah is one more review away from going full Terry Moore now. Damn. Terry Moore, what's up? Yeah, I mean, he might be. He might be. Also, kind of the thing that's interesting, like, you know, when you did, like, you look at characters all the time, right? Like, but you don't necessarily think about drawing them. And then I was, like, looking, like, you know, I was looking at the Shin Godzilla, like, statue, like, figure and stuff. And I was just kind of like, he's such a weird shape. Like, he's not a really normal shaped Godzilla head or, like, the cat head or, like, you know, like, classic Godzilla, like, you know, kind of shape, right? Or even like, you know, like the kind of like 90s version of them and stuff like that. And so whenever I was like doing some of this stuff, I was just like just kind of looking at some reference for them and looking at my own. I was just kind of like, oh, he's just such a weird like to find his shapes. It's really hard to like discern them immediately. You kind of have to look at him a bit and go, oh, okay, this is why he's kind of built this way. Yeah, once you see that he's just basically like a charred, like a weird like charred husk, it makes more sense, just like design from the design of him. No, like here's the thing though. I don't think I don't think that like if Shelby watched my review of your thing, he has a copy of the book, right? Right? Like I'm pretty sure, you know, that like I think his perspective on it would probably be pretty similar just in regards to like pacing and like, like establishing like shots and scenes and stuff like that. Um, but then he also might be like, oh, hey, you could have moved this cooler or done this in a different way, or you know what I mean? That's kind of the thing, right? Filled it black. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I can't like I mean even if he like reviews your book in a vacuum, I still think he'll think a lot of the same things, right? Like I still think that there'll be that kind of like, oh, this is here, this is missing, this could have breathed, that kind of thing. You know? No, it was interesting because like, I usually don't kind of like take notes and like think about like the pacing of stuff when I'm reading it like specifically. Like if I find it bad, I might. You know what I mean? Um but like yeah, that's the thing. Lines across. Yeah, I put a lot of these like whenever I was doing the rough for it, I just put like oh yeah, he's got crunch and detail here, and then I'm gonna like outline it and then go back in and do that detail. It's like the shorthand to kind of get everything in. Yeah. Kind of really deep, like eye cavity. It kind of cuts along here. It'll all make sense as it comes together. You know what I mean? Right now over me. You know what I'm saying? See, like I put like the little, he's gonna have that smoke. He's got that smoke coming off him. Yeah, he's such a like interesting design, right? Where he's like just so fucking charred. It's like at the point of impact, nuclear bomb Godzilla. Dig it. These chunks. What's going on? There's an easy solution here. Just have Shelby and Jay have a fight to the death in the giant dirt pit in a live stream to see who gets to review the next one. Damn, these streets are getting wild. Fisting death matches and chunky little jawbone here. Get all funky. He's got a very very vaginal folds kind of mouthpiece there. So have our way with that. All right, here we go. There. Lovely jowls. You know. They're kind of like, I'm just like, hey, let's just drop these suckers in. Hit everything with the light source after. Define them folds. Like not going with the night. What if I okay, here Bobby. I could have went, here's the thing, everybody's gonna do like a bunch of the regular, like, you know, like I could have went with this boy. 1991 big boy, you know? I could have been like, you know? But I was like, everybody kind of draws the, like, you know, the popular Godzilla, right? And so I wanted to kind of go with the kind of fucked up, creepy Godzilla, you know? Final reminder, friendly reminder that HeroesCon application cutoff is tonight. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm probably going to go to a few cons this year, but it won't be Heroes. That's for sure. Let's get in here. Let's get in this job. There, that's my smoke. Man, there's always a chance. What do you mean there's a chance, Shelby? Dumbass. Spine. Glee comes down. Weird, like pre-collarbone. There's like the neck muscles come down, like, and this all comes down into his neck, and his collarbone thing is like down here, this weird chest plate that he has. Part before his pressing his little chest plate. Yeah, look at him. Yes, that's because I'm doing very simple shapes, and then once I go in, and detail them and add weight and everything to them, he'll look much less cartoony. But that's how I think about things, in simple shapes. That pulls into his funky little neck. These are the colored ones. And he's got these big, like, goofy. You can see them here. But, like, right along here. Is that purple? You know? Or red. Like, right, this is the awakening version of our boy, you know? A weird clumpy eraser. Do-do-do. Mid. They're heavy. Bumps. Get in and make these look all fancy and staple. It keeps catching my eye, the staple, and I'm like, what are you doing in here, bro? What are you doing? Pull. This is other weird shoulder thing. Pulls into his shoulder. Filled in black. Sub ridge behind all these spikes. Ah! Ah! So those are black. Those are going to be blacked in. It's all shaded. I'm jumping ahead here. Mm-hmm. Damn. You've come to the decision. It wasn't the easiest, but it had to be made. I went with my third IBC cream soda of the day due to my inability to choose between this, coffee, and a basic hot chocolate. Yeah, I'm drinking a delicious. So I run this over top this thing. A delicious Celsius, you know. Ooh, delicious water. That's what it's all about, you know. Hear ya. Delicious water. Shapes, and they're gonna all be hit with a thicker outline on the way out. Keep an eye on that smoke, but I'm gonna hit it with white anyway, so that's fine. Like, yeah, this piece is like weirdly, like almost like gilled. It's like this weird, like kind of gills set happening here. I'll hit those. I'll add depth to them. Everything's just laying in the junk. Ooh, we've got tea. Damn. Good times. Ba-da-da-da. Shaded. We're just gonna chunks. Remind me that it's got a shape. Do. And that's, yeah, it's weird, like it's kind of Goes into this kind of shoulder bicep thing here. Okay, we got all this dumb bind marks out. Flip this around. The thing, they're all in these kind of really whacked out shapes. Like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like they jut up and then out. Spikes. It's like ba-dum 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 ba-doo doo 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 doo. This one comes out in front. Yeah, it's weird the way they're like layered too. It's got like these weird little dorsal bumps. Right, and then he's got this other one that comes out here. That'll be addressed later when I hit everything. All right. So now he's essentially lined in. That's all done. You know? Damn, what's this? Someone peed in your hand. Peed in your hand. Wow. I guess so. I guess that's how it goes. Dealt some strange cards. So if those are the ones you're dealt, you know what I'm saying? Carry on, I guess. What the heck is killing me? I would say. Don't back at all. Even a real human boy, you know? Do, 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 do. Yep, he definitely does. He definitely works at a salad bar. Definitely out there getting the all-you-can-eat salad buffet. Does like a, you know, an open bar. That's for sure. These are kind of like chunked up into like bigger pieces, but then have like the fine. Which song? This one that's going on in the background? The do do. I can break up the monotony for you.
This is an outrage.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, hello, Zorak. Braxton,
I am very attracted to you.
I can hurt you.
Oh, waka chicka wow.
We'll give you a hot one.
Feel the rhythm in my chest tonight. Electric sparks under stadium lights. I've got a secret, I hold the key. It's a power you won't believe. Turn it up, turn it down, let it roll. I've got that nipple control. Nipple control, oh let it go. With just one touch, I'm running the show. Twist and turn, let the music flow. Nipple control, yeah. Now you know, yeah. Now you know, yeah. Soft whispers flow through the air. Nipples so hard it's beyond compare. Nipples pop like they got no shame, but the beat's to blame, yeah. The beat's to blame. It's a dance revolution on your chest. Who knew these moves would be the best? Shimmy left, now shimmy right. Nipple control ignites the night. Control, oh let it go. With just one touch, I'm running the show. Twist and turn, let the music flow. Nipple control, yeah. Now you know, yeah. Now you know,
You know? There you go. That broke up some of that monotony for you. Now, I'm just going to still keep going. Because, you know, I started it. I might as well finish it. You know? Mm-hmm. 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 Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Listen, I get it. I get that drawing streams are incredibly fucking boring. They bore me. You know what I'm saying? But everybody seems to want them. You know what I mean? But nobody wants them. Right? You know? Like I get asked, where are your draw streams at? Here they are. Boring. Yeah. No. Like to me, this is like the worst content on the planet. Right? Like just like sitting here cranking out some piece here. Being like, "Yep. Still drawing." Right? Like, and the thing is like, the thing I find the funniest about like draw streams is like, I could be playing a video game right now, have drawn all day, and more people would be watching me play a game than would be watching me do a draw stream. Like, every time. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That's the thing, right? Like, I could make a whole bunch of gaming content, build a huge channel off of gaming, and just go, "Hey guys, I got a comic book." And then they would be like, "Oh, cool. I would buy your comic book." It's no different. Like, you're just building an audience of people who like what you do, right? Right? Like, you can funnel them into buying t-shirts if you want a t-shirt. You could funnel them into buying comic books. You could funnel them into buying whatever, right? And so it's just like, that's the kind of thing. Like, I don't disagree, but I'm just saying, like, at the same time, you know, you could basically do anything. It's kind of like when, like, Eric July, like, we went from, like, being, like, a streamer to, you know, doing comic books. He could have just put out $35 t-shirts, right? And sold 100,000 t-shirts that, you know, were like, oh, here's my thing, right? But he just made books instead, right? It's just merch to a lot of people. Yeah, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Right? Like, it's one of those things, like, and if he decided he wanted to do whatever, right? Like, you know, he could just do it. Right? Because, and that's the thing too, like, I remember, like, Jimmy Reyes, back when he had a channel, he had like 15,000 like subs, but then he'd fire up a live stream and he'd be lucky to get 10, right? Like 10 people, not 10K. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy, like, just the complete, like, detachment. Do you know what I mean? Like, that, like, the audience has in comparison. What's we got? The audiences are out there, just need to build it. Oh yeah. I'm just saying, like, in general, right? Like, I find, like, my personally like to just, like, sit by myself with headphones on and listen to music and draw, right? Like, it's like you're in that zone, you're kind of focused and you're doing your thing. And you know, that to me is, like, the way it's done. And, like, this is, like, doing this here stuff is, like, you know, performative, right? Like, it's, like, not even the way you would work normally, right? You just be quiet in your room, enjoying your own silence. Good. It's good. You get more sales at a tiny hole-in-the-wall comic vendor event than at a gaming con with 30K attendees. But I mean, like, but that's, you're getting people who are focused on comics, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you go to, like, a big 30K event, do you know what I mean? Like, they're not there looking for comics if it's a gaming event. Some people might be like, oh, cool, comics, but they're like, you know, that's not what they're there for. Well, like, and I know a lot of people, like Bancroft did really well with shorts, right? Like, he just started throwing these shorts out there, blew up his channel, but then still, like, it's interesting, right? Like, it's kind of hard to figure out how much or how little that did for him, because, like, you know, he gets like 800 people backing his last book, like over 800 people, but then he does a live stream and he's lucky to get 50 people. right? Like it's interesting to like kind of like, you know, parse some of that out and see like where your time is better spent, right? I mean, at the end of the day, your time is always better spent drawing, but shit, work harder. Oh, well, here's the thing though, right? Like they definitely have done something to like the algorithm, because like a lot of the videos that you put out now just like die almost immediately. But then I still have videos that like do 300-400 views a day, right? Like for whatever reason, like I have two videos that are over 10K. One's at like 15 or 16K, and the other's like 12K. And those videos, for whatever reason, just chug along and get me like 300-400 views every day. And then other videos will get like 5 or 10 or 15 or whatever. It's very bizarre, right? But it's like it's an interesting change, like that you could see, like to the algorithm that was like very abrupt, very like they pushed a button, and the button changed the way things work like completely, right? Like, yeah, it's very interesting to see like what they do, you know, like with a lot of this stuff, right? Yeah, no, I'm gonna use a filler kind of. It's my FB, my FB. I don't want my BB. I want my FB. You know what I mean? Venom. One. That's still taking too long. I want to fill it in. I guess I could just use the BB. Use the BB. Yeah, and that's the thing too, right? Like, I'm probably going to do some shorts just to kind of see what it does, right? Like, and just to kind of figure out, you know, what's gonna pull people in, what's gonna get your subs up, you know, what's gonna get you monetized, you know, all that fun stuff. Yeah, like it's one of those things, right? Like you look at it and kind of go, where's my time best spent? It's like I know for a fact a ton of people, you know, like if there was a better way, right? If there was a better way to uh, you know, interest people in your art and what you're doing, they definitely would do it elsewhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even like I find it crazy. Like I'll post something to like Instagram, let's say, and it's like posting stuff to Instagram is like yelling into the void. But then I could literally do a community post on YouTube for art and it will get more likes and shares than if I post to Instagram. It makes no sense to me. It's like the place where you should be posting art is like yelling into the void, right? Like, do you know what I mean? And then like places that like for no apparent reason that if you post art to them, um, people see it. It's the weirdest, wildest, like thing where you're just kind of like, what? Not how this is. Any of this is supposed to work. It's supposed to, you know, make sense. I guess, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so funky. It's kind of like, what? Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, I don't know. I see a lot of people just like bouncing hard off of like social media stuff, right? Where they're not part of any of it, right? Like they're not, you know, on Facebook, they're not on Twitter, they're not on any of this stuff, right? And so it's interesting to kind of see that, and it's like, well, where the hell are you supposed to, you know, kind of reach some of these people if they're not on any of these socials, right? And it's like, you know, and a lot of people, like, you know, a lot of your customers would be at cons, and then it's like, well, then you got to travel to cons, right? And then some of these people Like I've seen Phil like say that, like, you know, he has people that they go to cons and they like, here's our card for our website, and they're like, nah, I'm good, I'll see you next year, right? And so like, yeah, like that kind of stuff, right? Where you're just kind of like, oh, even if you get the customer, you know, at the convention, they're still going to like not buy from your website, right? Like they're still gonna be like, nah, it's cool, dog. I'll see you next time. And like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of, it's like, it's kind of weird, right? Like where you're like, oh, now I gotta travel to sell books, you know, to promote your work, all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, it was like, because that was the thing, right? Like a lot of people were like, oh, it's the internet, you can do whatever, you don't got to go anywhere now. Like it was before, right? Like a lot of times, like if you were submitting, you know, trying to get like mainstream work, you know, you would have to go to these cons, you'd have to go to New York or LA or whatever, you know what I mean? Like to be like, oh, okay, I want to sit down with somebody, get some portfolio review or whatever, right? And so, yeah, like a lot of that stuff, like, has really kind of changed the landscape, right? Like it's ostensibly much easier to get your work out there, but also it's like there's 1,000 other people just pooping stuff out, you know, and well, not 1,000, like 10,000 other people just pooping stuff out, and you're just like, there's just like, if you go and look at like, holy shit, if you go look at Indiegogo or Fund My Comic or Kickstarter, the amount of garbage on there is baffling. Like it's just this sea of crap, and it's not even like, oh, that's not to my taste. It's just garbage. Like there's literally just garbage there. And it's like, wow, like holy shit. Like I'm just like, people are paying for this, like people are like backing these books, and it's just like, what the hell? That's the kind of stuff where you kind of shake your head. It's like, holy shit. What am I getting what am I getting out of this? Like what am I getting myself into? You know? It's crazy. He's so angry. I mean, listen, I know a few people who make Undertale. Is it Undertale? I think it's Undertale. Fanfic, and they make a better living off of making fan fiction than they do their own comics. I'll just tell you that right now. I know people who like make that fan fiction, and they like have Patreons and stuff, and they make way more money making fanfic than like that, right? And so yeah, that's where it's like, you know, you're just like, well, what are you doing? And that's what makes that stuff hard, right? Like it's just like, why would you I don't know. Like, I think I would get pretty jaded if I had a book out and nobody liked the book that I was putting like my heart and soul in, and all my, you know, destroying my back sitting in a chair for 8 to 10 hours a day or whatever. And then people were like, "Oh, you know that fan fiction you do? We want that instead." That'd be just like, ugh, guys, guys, no, right? Like, but that's the thing, right? Like, you don't know what's going to connect with people and why. That's the thing. Yeah, but see, like, that's the thing. Like, I don't have any. I have like negative interest in fanfic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even have any interest in drawing Spider-Man. Like, I have no interest in being the 100th guy to draw Spider-Man's origin, or draw him swinging through the city for the billionth time. Like, that character just holds no sway for me, holds no anything. Like, I don't hate Spider-Man, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like, oh my god, like, fuck that guy. But it just, like, it's one of those things, like, if somebody tomorrow was like, hey, do you want to draw Spider-Man? I'd be like, no. Like, why? Like, you know, like, are you paying me really well? Well, sure, maybe. But, like, for fun? Nah. I'm like, it's just not even something I'm slightly interested in. But I mean, I can say that about Superman. I can say that about, like, a billion other characters. Like, you know, like, I have, like, Absolute Batman. Like, I have an Absolute Batman, you know, sketch cover thing here that I have, like, flattening out so I can do a thing on. And guess what? I'm not going to draw Batman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't care about that kind of stuff. You know, I don't know. And that's the thing too, right? Like, it's like a lot of people, like, you know, get popular doing fan art. Just like, guess. Just at some, like, I don't know. It's one of those things that at some point you just are like, man, I just don't feel like doing that stuff when I could work on my own stuff, right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and so, yeah, that's kind of where some of it, like, just falls apart for me, where I'm just like, man, I could be doing some kind of fan art piece, or I could be drawing my own characters for my own book. Blend that in, and then later hit that with a bit of white. Separate it out. Just so you know. Effect. Hold these up. Yeah, see, and this is the thing, right? Like, I get in here, just like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I just, like, sketched out this Shin Godzilla on this and was like, let's see how it goes. I don't really think about it too much. Sort of fade there. Yeah, like, and it's one of those things, like, obviously, like, you know, I'm gonna do fan art. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I can complain about it. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're still likely gonna see me, like, you know, kick out some piece of something at some point, because, you know, that's what people want to see. They want to see your crappy rendition of Gambit. They want to see your crappy rendition of Witchblade, or Wolverine, or whatever, right? Yeah, well, like the thing is like, as far as like the layouts and stuff like that go, right? Like I'm obviously working on a book. I'm obviously working on other stuff. The thing is like, if you've been reading comics, like, and like, not everybody, like, and not everybody reads comics and actually understands how they work, right? Like, the artist is bringing their eye through the page, but they don't necessarily, like, it's not taking them out of it, and they're not aware of the action that they're moving through the page properly. But because the artist is skilled and can tell you visually how you're supposed to look at that page and see that page, you understand it. Your eye naturally follows it. And it's one of those things, like, I read a lot of comics, sometimes not just for enjoyment's sake, but to, like, see the construction of the comic, right? Like, to see how they handled something. You know, it's kind of like, you know, I've talked about it before with people. It's like, I'm not really a Star Wars guy, right? But, like, you know, I've watched all the Star Wars movies to kind of, like, understand the Zeitgeist at the time, right? And, like, it's one of those weird things where you're just kind of like, yeah, I don't understand. Like, well, my understanding of why people like Star Wars isn't that they like Star Wars, it's that they like the idea of Star Wars. If that makes sense, you know? Like, they like the idea of space samurai and laser swords, you know, space monks and the Force. Like, all those things on paper seem pretty cool, but the actual, like, movies don't really live up to any of that. Like, they don't live up to the potential, you know? Well, yeah, and, like, that's the thing, right? Like, like, a lot of, like, I don't know, like, it was weird. Like, I don't think I even read, like, my first novel until I was, like, 13, maybe? Right? Like, you know, and then I just was, like, reading books all the time, right? Like, but I was, like, you know, I was a pretty active kid, like, you know, like, dirt biking and like skateboarding and snowboarding and stuff like that, you know. And so I wasn't like, I'm gonna while my time away, you know, reading books. But then, like, you know, as you get older and as you, like, you know, experience more things and your interests, you know, diverge, and you know, you kind of, like, try new things and see whatever, you know, and then, you know, you basically develop into a more complete person, you know, as time goes on, right? Like, you read, you watch things, you take up different hobbies, that kind of thing, right? So yeah, it's a very it's a very interesting thing. Like just kind of studying like pop culture in general. Like I do find that stuff interesting. I do find the for lack of a better word, like the zeitgeist, the fervor around certain things to be interesting, right? Like where you're just kind of like, all right, cool. Because I think also understanding why people like things just inherently, like why it seems like, you know, people gravitate towards things. You're like, oh, people really like that. Can also help you as a creator, like understand why you're doing some of the things you're doing because of, you know, modern media, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, well, I mean that's true, right? You kind of become a creature of habit, right? And you get to see certain things, and so that becomes your world, right? 'Cause it's kind of because it's all you know, right? Like do 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 do. Yeah, that's true. I remember I remember as a kid, um, you know, like on the weekends, like you would like rent a movie or a game or something like that, right? And you'd be like, oh, it's $5. And then you'd get some game and the game would be garbage. And that's the game you were stuck with all weekend, you know, stuff. It's like, oh, I'm taking a risk. Get a terrible, terrible game. But the cover art looked cool. Yeah, right? Like, yeah, that always was fun, like, you know, and it's because sometimes it would be like the best weekend ever. You're like, oh my god, this game is so good. Weekends, you're like, oh god, can we take this back? Can we take this back? You know? Huh? Now this has just become all FB Brush. He's got those fat gills. Fibrous. Fibrous. Oh, your bro rented that NES American Glad game and it never worked. Trolls never did what they were supposed to. A1 saying his mom didn't even look at the ratings on many movies. I'd just show mom, hey, I want this. She'd be like, okay, be rated R. That's funny. That's funny. Just being like, yeah, yeah. There you go. See if this keeps you quiet. Fibrous with this little breathing apparatus. I guess I gotta pull. I like to call this like white noise. Does Gojira Mars is gay? What? What does it even mean? I don't know. I thought about either doing like, because this version that I have is the Awakening version, and I thought about doing it with purple, but most of the stuff that you see him in, he's red, right? He's got the glowing red to this fibrous bit, and like, you know, inside his mouth and like off the spine, right? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yep. You should imagine him glowing. Oh, we gotta go this way. I turned the wrong way. To go one way. Yeah, because see, this here piece would be red or purple. This would be red. This would be red, depending on which version you're getting, like which form he's in. Hit that. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Sumo? How you doing? Yeah. You know, we figured we'd just get in here, you know, make a mess. See how it goes. Yep. That's exactly what it is. He's like, he's about to get his muck bang on, Sumo. Well, I better hit this with the under bits first. Before I get too ahead of myself. You know? Okay, here's his little fibrous bits. Yeah, he's swinging in salad. He loves salad. Salad's his favorite. Do 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 do. Yeah, so what's going on with you tonight, Sumo? You can stuff a lot of tots in that mod. Listen, this is true. This is true. Alright, I gotta do his weird vag mouth. Fine. Yep. Oh. You gotta get in there. You gotta really get in there. Huh? Yep. Because he doesn't go anywhere near the hood. You know what I'm saying? He stays away. He stays away from the hood, you know? He doesn't ask where the hood at. He already knows not to go near it, you know? It is February. It's officially. Yeah. The best way to do this. So. Do 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 do. Shadow. He's a Justice Leaguer. Oh, hey, what's going on, Moon? My volume is low? How low? Or is it just because my head was away from the mic? Is that it? Is that better? Is this preferable with my octaves, my octane, my Octavius? That range? You know what I'm saying? Do 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 do. Like very wet looking, you know? Better. Okay. Yeah, I just had my head down away from the mic. You know what I mean? Just how it goes sometimes, Moon, you know? My bad. Okay. So, we're gonna go red. We're gonna go deep, deep red. Bright. We'll go bright. Decide. I've made an executive decision in the final moments. That's what I'm saying. Listen, calm down. Calm down. Everybody calm down. You know? What's funny is the pulls that I did here on that kind of stretchy gum part really sell that detail itself. Funky. B. Hopefully. Check. Okay. It's not leaking. Oh yeah, right? Listen, sometimes get in there. Godzilla that's in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Oh, drawing the Godzilla that's in my heart. You know, it's my heart song. I'm being honest. No. Hey, who can say what we do next time? Be all Mothra all the time. Oh, he's popping. Listen, I'll take it. I'll take it. Hey, what's going on, Bancroft? How you doing? Today, good sir. Doing a Godzilla sketch cover. Of regrets. I think I'm gonna do it. Saying? Sumo? Now, why? What would put you over the fence, on the fence, above the fence? Like because you want to get it graded? Is that the get it CGC'd? Yeah. Well, it's two tones, right? Like whenever whenever he's not in this version, right? Whenever he's not in purple version, he has like an underlying tone, right? He has an underlying tone. Oh no, I'm gonna put another like gray layer over top of this so that the red is, the darker red is lessened. Like in the movie, on the toys, all that kind of stuff, he has this like subdermal kind of like I don't know if it'll show up here. But do you see his arm here? How it's like red? Normally, when he's not getting ready to power up, he's got that like tinge of red, you know? Ah, yes, I see. Yeah, it's red. Like, I don't know, like... It might just be the lights. I have, like, really bright lights shining down on the thing. But, like, this hat is red. It's not orange. It's just the lights. Like, it's really bright. You know? Yeah. Like, in person... or with lesser light, like maybe in a minute here I'll just like turn one of the lights off so you can kind of see it in more natural light, I guess. Right, like, hold on. If I shut this light off... Now the whole room is red. Well, hold on. Right, does that look more red and less orange to you? You know what I'm saying? Okay, now it's like almost too dark to work. It's weird. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's like you need, like, it's weird. You need the overhead light. Otherwise it looks incredibly dark on YouTube. And then it's like also like hard to see in a normal light. Yeah, this is like a much darker, deeper red, and I'm gonna hit it with a gray tone. And so it'll kind of push it back a bit, but it'll still be like underneath. Very loose teeth. I would say I have a plan, but I don't. Right? Like, I'm literally just as I go, getting my spur of the moment decision to add color to this thing that I wasn't sure I was going to. Yeah, because he's like an interesting kind of like shape, right? Because he's like not exactly symmetrical. He's not like... He's not a pretty design. Kind of makes him interesting. Do 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 do. I gotta find nice gray since I've made this 11th hour decision to color this thing. Get my giant thing of Copics. I could go for a cool gray. We got a cool gray coming in. You guys see this? Oh yeah, you can see this. It's probably a little too dark. I want to go that cool with my gray. It's a little light. Yeah, I think that's where I'm living. I can kind of get the mix of the two gray, the gray and the reddish burgundy. That's where I'm gonna live. Actually, that might end up being too light, right? Because it's basically just juicing up the color. I might actually have to go darker. It's too complementary. You're actually not getting the depth that I want. All right. All right. Gray 9. Gray 9. Are you my cool gray? Gonna give it a shot. We'll go full gray 9. Worst case scenario, burn this house down. You know what I'm saying? So, see how dark this actually hits. Gonna lighten up enough? Actually hit. Let's see. All right. This might just lead me to hit it on the inside where the darker shades are, and then leave lighter stuff. So some of it comes through, so it doesn't get too bogged down. Let's see here, let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I see. Listen, don't worry about Andy. Yeah, it's kind of funny because it's making it look more purple, which I'm not bothered by. I'm like, okay, cool. you telling me, Sumo, that you're in another chat? How dare you? How dare you? Because and to me, um, you can see like it like once it dries up, it'll lighten up a bit. Popping. All right. Cool, cool. Space. We've hit that. Now I'm gonna hit. Tiny bubbles helicopter. Yeah. Worth it. Hit it. Here. He should. He should have a chainmail bikini. I know exactly what you're saying, Sumo. I agree with you. Exactly what you're saying, Sumo. Kings will be forthcoming. This will all make sense. You're Mount Fuji. Get me started, Shed. Ah. You won't need a 10-foot pole to touch that one. Filling this gray. Yeah, definitely. 100%. See if this is bleeding through. I should cover. Bleeding through enough. I should cover the rest of the inside of this. Get it on the pages. Godfinger. Slide in. Don't go. Your favorite new kid. Call me Joey. Call me Danny. You know, listen, Gojira is an equal opportunity bleeder. Comes a time in every man's life when a little rain must fall, you know? How it is. Okay. Got a heavy flow. This is the debris. This is the air that you breathe. You know what I'm saying? Every day, just filled with Godzilla. Okay. Right? Oh. Oh. You dead? You hit me with this life? Hold on a minute. Sharpay. There we go. Jeez. I was about to get very livid. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right, cool. They hit it a couple times because it's like kind of opaque initially. So you just you kind of go on this trip. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you gotta, you know? You never know when you might need to. That's the thing. You know? Do 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 do. Make sure I hit these with a few extra coats, you know, so things pop. Lessen that opaqueness. You know? Yeah, I do like the stark kind of contrast to it. Hits it and it kind of pops. It's fun. It's fun. Give him a beadier eye here in a sec. You know? Pull him down here. Boop. He's got that depth, that tone. Yeah, I want these to be like very stark. Some few times. do really I'm still a big fan. These Sharpie creative markers. They are good. I just wish they came in more colors. Kind of the big problem with them right now. Okay, I don't know how long I've been streaming. Oh, about 2 hours. All right. I get over it. Hasn't it been? I don't know. It feels like it. 2 hours and 43 minutes. It's how long we've been doing this nonsense. Fine. Not enough? Damn. Oh. He's like burritos. That's his question. That's his want, his desire. Burritos. Get a nice tiny little. Hey. That's what's happening. You know? And here, Lion, Godzilla, the Shin variety, being like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, how you gotta go. I think that's it, Chief. I think that's it. You know? The young Shin Godzilla. Listen, he vapes the hardest. Do you know what I mean? He's out there, he's Puff, he's Puff the Magic Dragon, Sumo, you know? That's all there is to it. It's huffing and puffing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Thanks, Awesome One. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Shin Godzilla in the books, you know? Do this. Differentiation. Gum. Vagina mouth. Oh, that's all I'm saying. Oh, hey, what's going on? Michael Dicha? How you doing tonight? Yeah, you're coming in, you're arriving. Oh, okay, you've been watching the whole time. Okay, never mind then. Yeah. There we go. Shin Godzilla. Done. I hope you did enjoy watching the process. And yeah, you know, have a good night, everybody. I think I'm gonna play this out the way I like to, you know.
I am not that bad. I ain't got the Japanese. Maybe order some Chinese. To die. Feel the rhythm in my chest tonight. Electric sparks under stadium lights. I've got a secret, I hold the key. It's a power you won't believe. Turn it up, turn it down, let it roll. I've got that nipple control. Nipple control, oh, let it go. With just one touch, I'm running the show. Twist and turn, let the music flow. Nipple control, yeah. Now you know. Yeah. Now you know. Yeah. Soft whispers flow through the air. Nipples so hard it's beyond compare. Nipples pop like they got no shame, but the beat's to blame. Yeah, the beat's to blame. It's a dance revolution on your chest. Who knew these moves would be the best? Shimmy left, now shimmy right. Nipple control ignites the night.